Before we get started, there will be potential spoilers in the video to come. Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? In today's video, we're going to be ranking each member of the Espada. I'm going to be honest, this is one of my favorite villain groups in all of anime, so I'm quite biased when it comes to my picks. But at the end of the day, this is my own opinion, so you may disagree with some of my picks. As with the other videos, I'm going to be ranking each member based on design, Zanpakuto / Resurrección, and overall how I feel about each character. Also, my pronunciation is god-awful. So without further ado, let's get into it. To start out the list, we have Aaroniroe. Now, Aaroniroe has always been a good character in my opinion. He's not bottom of the barrel, but there's definitely characters above him in terms of the Espada. I always found his ability to absorb other hollows really interesting because that basically allows him to unlimitedly scale his power and his potential. And we see this during his fight against Rukia during the Hueco Mundo arc. And I absolutely love that fight. And overall, his base form design is really cool. I like his fit that he has, the little fancy cloak that he wears. But in my opinion, his Resurrección is downright ugly. Granted, that's probably the point of the form, seeing that it's the amalgamation of all the thousands of souls he's absorbed into one giant blob. But in my opinion, it's still absolutely disgusting to look at. Next up, we have the former king of Hueco Mundo, Barragan. Now, when I first saw this series, I instantly fell in love with this character's aesthetic. His Resurrección is so badass, and his ability is incredible. It fits his aspect of death so well. Respira is just such a cool ability. And even his base form I like. Basically his giant warhammer axe, he looks like a general. He looks like a king. It's just peak character design. I think he is aesthetically amazing. Next up on the list, we have the premier Espada, Coyote Starrk. Ever since I saw his fight with Shunsui during the Fate Katakura Town arc, I knew this guy was going to be one of my favorite characters. I absolutely love his aesthetic in his Resurrección Los Larbos, and I also love his very unique fighting style. He's one of the only characters in the series that uses guns, and it is so cool. I love his very unique fighting style as well. The fact that he uses rapid fire Seros, his Reishi sword that he's able to create, as well as his amazing wolf pack ability. I think it's so cool. As well as his dynamic with his partner Lillianette. There's so many comedic moments between the two that I absolutely love. I also love his aspect of death, which is solitude / loneliness. I think his backstory where he was so powerful that he would kill the hollows around him just from them being near him, and he had to split his soul in half, which created Lillianette just to have somebody with him, was so cool. And I just knew from the moment I saw him that he was going to be one of my favorite characters. Not only in terms of the Espada, but all of Bleach. Next up, we have a fan favorite Espada, which is Grimmjow. Now, Grimmjow is easily one of the coolest characters when it comes to the Espada. He is part of so many amazing fights, like his match with Shinji, as well as the incredible trilogy that he has with Ichigo. That has to be one of the coolest fights in this series. His Resurrección is so cool. And within this fight, Kubo uses one of my favorite tropes, which is the quote-unquote damsel in distress calling out for the hero to save them. It worked wonderfully in One Piece with Robin crying out for the Straw Hats to save her, and it worked here with Orihime calling out to Ichigo. It honestly elevated the fight for me, and it made it one of my favorites. And I also love the fact that he returned after Ichigo defeated him in the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. His design in that arc is so clean. I love the way he looks in the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, and I can't wait to see how the anime adapts his fight with him and Urahara versus Askin. I am so excited to see how that fight plays out in the anime. Overall, I absolutely love Grimmjow, and I can't wait to see what the anime does with him in the future. The next two Espada, I feel like I have to talk about them together, which is Nell and Nnoitra. I'll start with Nell. She is a great character. I love the contrast between her kid form and her adult form. In her child form, she's a goofy menace, and in her adult form, she's a badass warrior. And watching her dismantle Nnoitra during their fight was so fitting after learning about their pasts. And I love her Resurrección as well. I think it's really cool. I just wish we got to see more of it. Overall, I think she is a great character with a fantastic design, and I'm excited to see if the anime expands on her character in Core 4. Now, with Nnoitra. Noitra's design is super unique, and I absolutely love it. And he has a really badass Resurrección. Any character with size as their primary weapon easily are some of my favorite characters aesthetically. And when I saw this transformation for the first time, I knew it was easily top 5 Resurrección for me. Nnoitra overall is a great antagonist, and I cannot forget about his fantastic fight with Kenpachi. I'll never forget Kenpachi defeating Nnoitra just because Kenpachi remembered the power of two-handing a sword. Next up, we have the 8th Espada, Szayelaporro Grans. Szayelaporro is a great character in my opinion. I absolutely love his unique fighting style, which we see in his fight between Renji and Uryu. Like in his Resurrección, how he's able to like absorb his opponents and create those voodoo dolls and use those little like marked vitamins that allow him to crush them and manipulate the parts of his opponent's body. It's such a unique and twisted ability that perfectly fits Szayelaporro's character. I think he is a perfect foil to Mayuri as well. They're both like mad scientists, and I absolutely love their fight against each other. Even outside of their battles, Kubo continues to use Szayelaporro in fantastic moments, like in the 1000-Year Blood War arc where he's talking down on Mayuri right after Nemu's death is a fantastic scene. And as well as he makes his return in the Hell arcs, which again, we need more chapters from this arc. I really want to see what Kubo does with Szayelaporro's character going forward within this arc. Next up on the list, we have the 3rd Espada, Harribel. I absolutely love Harribel's design. I love the fact that in her base form, she has a very unique Zanpakuto, which I wish the other Espada had that. Her design is just phenomenal, as well as her fantastic Resurrección. I absolutely love water manipulation abilities across all different forms of medium. Hell, even my favorite type in Pokemon is water type, so when I saw her, I absolutely fell in love with her as a character. And her fight with Toshiro Hitsugaya is fantastic during the Fake Katakura Town arc. And even though Aizen absolutely screwed her over at the end of that fight, I love her redemption in the 1000-Year Blood War arc where she becomes the Queen of Hueco Mundo. I absolutely love Harribel as a character. She has to be one of my favorites. Next up on the list, we have the 4th Espada, Ulquiorra Schiffer. Ulquiorra is easily one of my favorite characters in all of Bleach. His story of basically coming to Katakura Town to capture Orihime, learning about the heart and human emotion is such a beautiful story. I absolutely love it. And his fight with Ichigo during the Hueco Mundo arc has to be one of my favorite fights in this entire series. Fights like these are what made me fall in love with this series in the first place. And his design is incredible from his base form, his Resurrección. Hell, he has a second Resurrección that is easily one of the best transformation in all of Bleach and anime in my opinion. I absolutely love his design, like completely. It is so cool. Him versus Vasto Lordy Ichigo is such a cool fight. It is incredible. Everything about this character, I absolutely love. He is easily one of my favorite characters in all of Bleach. Next up, we have the 10th/0 Espada, Yammy. Now, I've never been a fan of the big, hulking, dense characters in anime, and that's basically Yammy's character. Even in his introduction, where he shows off the threat that they hold against the Soul Reapers / Katakura Town, I feel like he was easily overshadowed by Ulquiorra for me when I first watched this series. And his best moment is literally the quote-unquote shock reveal that he's the Zero Espada when he goes into his Resurrección because of his pure power output. Even that moment is off-screened by Kenpachi and Byakuya. Like, his best fight is literally off-screen. Kubo doesn't even show it. Like, for me, Yammy is easily my least favorite Espada. And to wrap up this list, we have the 7th Espada, Zomarie. Now, Zomarie is a hard one to rank for me, because part of me wants to put him in good, because I like his base form design. I love the monk robes, the bone necklace, the little remnants of his hollow mask being the little, like, spikes going along his head. I think it's really cool. I even like his Resurrección transformation sequence, like how eerie he looks when he transforms. I think it's super cool. But the final product of him transforming into his Resurrección, I'm not gonna lie, he kind of looks like a pumpkin with a bunch of eyeballs on it. And I think it looks super goofy. And the only fight that he has in the story is against Byakuya. And you knew the moment Byakuya showed up, he was cooked. Like, literally, I had no point while watching this fight that I believed that Byakuya was gonna lose this. Granted, he did get Byakuya to sever his arm and his leg, but that didn't even render him in this fight. Like, Byakuya still kind of demolished him because he tried to kill Rukia. Like, he just, honestly, to me, he's like kind of a forgettable Espada amongst this incredible lineup of characters. So I'm just gonna put him right in meh. I wanted to do something special for this video, which is look at the Beyond Resurrections from Bleach Brave Souls. Now, as a disclaimer, I have never played Bleach Brave Souls, so I know nothing about these forms. I'm going to be ranking them purely off of aesthetics and designs. I didn't know about these forms until watching Mr. Tomo's video on them. So I don't know their power level, how you get them in the game. I am literally just basing them off of my own opinion and design. And if you made it this far in the video, comment down below which one of these forms is your favorite. And now without further ado, let's get into it. To start this off, we have Aaroniroe. Now, Aaroniroe's Beyond Resurrección, I wish this was like his base design. I understand conceptually why Kubo went with the giant like blob monster, because his Resurrección is like the accumulation of all the souls he's consumed over like the years that he's been around. But this design is just so cool. I think it definitely elevates from his base design and makes him look a lot more badass, which I'm going to be saying that for all these characters. I think all the designs are incredible. I absolutely love like edgy, like dark style character design, like Mugetsu, Ulquiorra's Resurrección, Vasto Lordy Ichigo. Those, like I've stated, have been some of my favorite designs in Bleach and just anime in general. So ranking these are going to be kind of hard because all of them just have fantastic designs and really elevate the base design work of most of the Resurrections. And next we have Barragan. His design, although it's really, really good, like I think it's this design is incredible. Me personally, I'm just a huge fan of his base Resurrección. So this, although it elevates it, to me, I think it's slightly too much compared to his base design. Now, granted, he literally looks like Satan in this. Like, it looks so cool. But me personally, I like his base form a little bit, or like his base Resurrección a little bit more. But still, it's a good design. It's pretty good. Next is Grimmjow's. Grimmjow's is really good. Now, granted, hence the name Beyond Resurrección, I feel like if each of these characters had what Ulquiorra had, where they had 2 Resurrections, I could see literally all of these being the upgraded form of their normal Resurrections. Hell, this design could have even been Grimmjow's base form. It changes a little bit, but it does so much to elevate that form. I like the little spots on his leg, how his hair is like all flared up. It looks super cool. It's just a great design overall. Next, we have Harribel's. This is the first one that I think is like one of my favorites. I love the black, gold, and white color scheme on it. It takes a already fantastic design and, like I said, just elevates it. It looks so good. Like, if this was her normal Resurrección or like her elevated second transformation, this would be so cool. Now, I don't know if Kubo is going to be continuing the Hell Arc, but if we see a lot of these characters even remotely bust out forms like this, that would be so hype. If they made these canon, I would be so pleased. Like, a lot of these forms are so good just not to be canon. I wish these forms would be canon. They're so cool. Next, we have Nell. Same with, kind of like what I said with most, I could see this if Nell sticks around in the story and we go into the Hell Arc. I could see this being like her current Resurrección. If she trained and like got stronger, this could easily be what her Resurrección becomes. It looks super cool, and it almost is like a natural evolution to her base form. And we didn't even get to see her base form all that much, but just from the time that has passed, this could easily be what it becomes with enough training. Kind of like what I said with Harribel's, Nnoitra's Beyond Resurrección looks so cool. Like I said, I love the black and gold color scheme. It takes his already really cool Resurrección and just makes it even better. This design is so sick. And again, I'm going to sound like a broken record. Coyote Starrk's is so good. It's easily one of my favorites. I love the black and blue. It makes his already normal Resurrección even better. Like, this is just a fantastic design. It's so simple, but yet so effective. It just is an incredible looking Resurrección. Now, Szayelaporro's might be the only one, kind of like Barragan's, where I think his normal Resurrección and even his base form in the Hell chapter, honestly, in my opinion, might be better than this form. This is the only one that I would say is kind of a miss when it comes to the design. I'm not gonna lie, they all still look fantastic. I think this form is super cool. Like, I don't think any of them are quote-unquote bad, in my opinion, but this is the only one that I would say, like, I don't like as much as, like, his normal form. I think they could have done slightly better, but it's still super cool. To no surprise, Ulquiorra's easily is my favorite. It took already one of my favorite forms in all of Bleach and all of anime, and somehow made it even better. This form is fantastic. Like, if somehow I saw this form, like, in either the Hell Arc or just in the base story, dude, I would lose my mind. This form is like, in my opinion, like checks every box for peak character design. Like, it just looks so badass. Next, we have Yammy's. Yammy's, I think, is really, really good. If this is the form he took when he revealed that he was the Zero Espada, that this was Aizen's ultimate trump card, dude, I would have even thought Kenpachi and Byakuya were cooked. Like, there's no way that they, like, could have even competed with this. He looks downright scary. Like, he looks like he would destroy all of Hueco Mundo just transforming into this thing. This transformation is excellent. Absolutely fantastic. And finally, we have Zomarie. I know I just got done clowning on his, in quote, pumpkin transformation that he goes through, but this is actually really cool. Like, again, I wish a lot of these were their base Resurrección designs, even though I respect and I love all of the Resurrections for the most part in the canon of the story. This one, I think, would have been easily better than his normal design. If he would have transformed into this, it would have made him such a better looking character in his transformation. I also love, like, the black orbs, the use of the, like, 4 hands, or his, like, 4 arms, and the, like, just the artwork for this just looks fantastic. And that's the list. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that this one took so long to come out, just because I recently got married, so I've been dealing with all the responsibilities that come with that. And my next video will probably be a short going over all of the Fullbringers within Bleach. And if you made it to this far in the video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And down below, let me know what your favorite Espada is, and which one of these Beyond Resurrection transformations is your favorite. And with that, let's kick it to that end screen.
Put me in a box. I be with my OGs busting off blocks. I be going OT, got me going hard. You don't even know me, don't know who you are. What you gonna do? Posted with my rap friends, teach you how to boom. Put me on a fat head, never gonna lose. Eat it like I'm Pac-Man Jones, I'm a Bengal, I'm a motherfucking madman. What you gonna do? Put me in a box. I be with my OGs busting off blocks. I be going OT, got me going hard. You don't even know me, don't know who you are.